So we got some more of Fallout 4 upcoming mods. You guys know what the series is about, so with that, we'll just jump straight into it. The first mod is actually going to be pretty interesting. That's going to be called the Boulder Dome Death Squad. As of right now, it seems like this is going to merely be an armor mod, and I say merely because there was a lot more to this in the kind of Fallout New Vegas iteration of the Boulder Dome mod. Boulder Dome was a location meant to appear in the canceled Fallout 3 or Van Buren. Basically, the people that made Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, the top-down style games, were going to make a third iteration and got pretty far along, but it was canceled. It was a massive scientific research facility meant to hold some of the really famous scientists of the time when the bombs dropped. Think like the greatest minds at the time. Then they were all frozen for 200 years in hopes that they could kind of rebuild society and continue the scientific progression after the war. Unfortunately, as they awake, they found they had this thing called a new plague, and basically all of them were sick, so they wore these hazmat suits to kind of protect themselves from not kind of spreading the disease and actually getting themselves even sicker. So they were pretty much screwed, but they were trying to get as much done in the meantime. For Fallout New Vegas, someone made a mod around this story, and it was pretty expansive, one of the largest mods. You probably have heard of it at least. And it seems like now with Fallout 4, we are at the very least getting one of the armors that did appear in that mod. As you can see, it does kind of have a hazmat mask on, and that again is so they don't spread the disease that each of them do have, but all around it just looks pretty cool. It definitely has kind of a deserty feel to it, like something that would have fit more appropriately in Fallout New Vegas with those darker brown coloring. Maybe it's just me, but does anyone else get kind of a Jawa feel from them? All around, they look pretty cool. Definitely something I know a lot of you guys would enjoy downloading. I think it'd be really awesome if this is going to be part of a larger Boulder Dome mod, but I think for right now, it's only going to be an armor, and the armor itself does look pretty nice. So maybe an interesting one. This is going to be called Test. It is by Trophy Hunter and War Daddy. What it seems like is they are attempting to add in dual wielding back into Fallout 4. Dual wielding is something that was teased by Bethesda in some of the trailers for modding. It looks like they internally made a kind of dual wield mod but never released it to the public. They still teased it even at like E3 with Creation Club, which is kind of a slap in the face. I don't know, what a dick move. Like, hey, yeah, we made this cool mod that I'm sure you'd love to download, but you can't download it. We'll just kind of put it out there to advertise buying mods, but again, you can't download it. For what I understand, the reason a dual wield mod is yet to exist thus far is because there's no real simple way to do it. You can't technically dual wield weapons due to, I guess, engine restrictions. So the way a lot of people were kind of getting around this and the way Bethesda made their mod is to actually create a weapon that just appeared as having two things on screen. So it's not really like equipping one pistol and then a second pistol with it. You're actually just equipping one item that has two pistols at once. And by proxy, it would be really painstaking to redo every single weapon in Fallout 4 and all the different combinations, hence no dual wielding mod. I don't know if that's how this mod is working. Maybe they found a workaround, one way to actually use these in a more practical sense where you could have one weapon at a time or mix and match weapons more easily, or maybe they are just actually creating one weapon here that is kind of the method I did mention before. All around, it looks pretty cool. I'd be happy to get any kind of dual wielding mod, as I know a lot of you guys would, and War Daddy and Trophy Hunter are really talented, so I think if anyone could do it, they could. So we have some more updates and really some nice screenshots of the Handmade assault rifle replacer. This is a current work in progress mod by Deadpool 2099. More or less is going to replace the existing Handmade rifle with a much higher quality version, and in addition there's going to be new features like more attachments, different things you could turn it into. This one looks like it is a Chinese assault rifle variant, or at least the kind of handguard there does, which is pretty cool looking. I know a lot of people are going to be excited for that. All around, again, it's meant to be a huge improvement over an existing vanilla weapon. This is something that only a few people have really done, and I wish we had more of it, which I guess we are getting more of it. There's some definite quality in the vanilla weapons, but a lot of them are overshadowed by different mods, either in texture quality, models, custom animations, but I think going back and actually improving some of the older ones could really just make a big difference and make a lot of those more usable than they currently are. All around though, looking very promising. Definitely some great work by Deadpool 2099. He has made a ton of great content in the past, and I know he's also still working on the Watts laser rifle, so don't get too sad that that's not been in any episodes lately. So we have a new update from a mod by Fading Signal. This is actually going to be two mods, or updates to two mods, that being compact crafting and the mobile mechanic. As you can see, it's going to be an ammo crafting bench. This is something that was surely lacking from Fallout 4, and again, it is going to be sent over to his two existing mods. Basically what those do is give you easier ways to use and access some of the different crafting tables. Mobile mechanic is going to take them on the move, so you can actually place them down while you're in the wild, not necessarily at a settlement, while compact crafting is actually going to make some of the ones you could place in settlements a bit smaller, more compact, not to take up as much space as the vanilla options. Obviously, this is looking really cool. There's some other mods that add in ammo crafting back into the game, which are nice, but I really like how this one's not going to be its own standalone mod, but rather just an update for two existing ones. So then last but not least, we have another update to a weapon that is going to appear in Fallout Cascadia. This is going to be the Tomahawk. It is currently being worked on by Ferk, but again, it's going to be part of the larger mod Fallout Cascadia. He's just a member of that team. This looks pretty interesting. I don't think this is a weapon that appeared in any previous Fallout games. It looks like it's going to be totally unique for Fallout Cascadia. And more or less, it is a pipe with kind of a saw blade on the side or on both sides. This will be something that fits seamlessly into the game. We already have weapons similarly themed to this, and this one just the aesthetic and the theme around it is going to be pretty appropriate. I'm sure we'll see a bunch of raiders or a raider counterpart running at us with this, and then we shoot him in the head or something. In addition, I really like some of the smaller details, like the rust on it, as well as those 2 nails at the end. It looks like they might be Deathclaw nails or something like that. I just feel like that's a nice little added feature. I feel like melee weapons always had some really cool attachments and modifications for them in Fallout 4. It's just melee weapons weren't that practical to use, but it seems like this one is going to have quite a few modifications. I love that kind of stuff with my weapon mods. But yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap it up. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this episode. I feel like there was a lot of great content in this one, so let me know in the comments down below, out of everything I did show you, which was your favorite. Again, as always, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope to see you guys all in the next episode, and just really next time. So later.